Hello, Internet. I'm Corione, your witch in residence here on YouTube. And before we get into the holiday special for Guardians of the Galaxy, which I do want to really talk about and what it means to create a family, um, I do want to just thank everyone who's voted for me so far on the Cheer Choice Awards. It really means a lot. This Sunday is the last day of voting for this round, and then we're going to start a new round. I am this close to getting my ticket punched for Vegas, and I would really appreciate a big push from you guys if possible. So please consider voting for me. There's going to be a link down in the description. Follow the link, go ahead and vote, and then please check your email to verify the vote. Thank you guys so much. And with that obligatory ritual out of the way, let's dig into the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. Now, the plot synopsis is fairly straightforward. Um, it's Christmas. Everybody's starting to get it sorted and celebrate and try to understand what it means. And Drax, the destroyer, who takes everything literally, and Mantis, who's, I'm not going to say has a screw loose. I would say more, there are several screws that need tightening down. Decide that the gift to get Star-Lord is Kevin Bacon, one of his heroes, because of the movie Footloose. Now, Kevin Bacon is just an actor, and Drax and Mantis do not get that he's just an actor. Okay? So, a lot of hilarity ensues when they visit Earth and try to kidnap Kevin Bacon. And while, obviously, do not kidnap people for Christmas, despite actually this movie and the last movie I reviewed, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, revolving around kidnapping of people as gifts, I do not condone it. But I will say it says something very powerful about the Guardians of the Galaxy. And I want to introduce to you guys a concept of family by choice. See, a lot of us out there, some of us, even talking on this channel right now, haven't always had the best family support around them. Okay. I grew up in a military family. Because of that, sometimes my family wasn't always available for me. And because of other situations involving mental illness and their own health, they couldn't always be there for me. But I managed to surround myself with friends that would take care of me like I would wind up taking care of them. And as we grew closer, we realized that family doesn't necessarily mean blood. Family is a choice. Family is the decision that these people mean so much to you that it transcends the need for a blood relation. That even when they are being just the worst, or have dug their heels in and refuse to see reason, or are so trapped in whatever's going on with them that they can't see anything else, you still want to spend time with them. And at this time, when the holidays are all about us all coming together, I want to talk a little bit about my family, if you will. My very best friend, who passed a little while ago, I met him, believe it or not, at a Wiccan festival. He was wearing the most ridiculous rainbow straps, holding a big giant drum, and he was hand drumming for the ritual. And I went up and I talked to him, and we started hanging out. And before you knew it, I was taking the spare bedroom in the apartment he was renting to split the rent. And every night we were spending some time together, talking and hanging out and watching movies and reviewing movies ourselves. And it was pretty wild and it was pretty fantastic. Um, and he became a brother to me. One of the other brothers that I happened to meet, um, I met at again, another little meetup of community. And it turns out we were both into the same kind of nerdy stuff, and we just started hanging out more. And before you knew it, we were going places together, um, reading the same comic books and discussing them, going through events, helping each other move. And, I was even part of the crew that helped him get married to his wife. We, so those were my two brothers primarily. And then, I've had several sisters along the way as well, girls and women that needed me and I needed them, and we were there for each other. And it formed a bond that, well, at one point we all went on a camping trip together, and we realized that we had to take, instead of like a regular dining tent, we had to take a 2-car garage tent to make it big enough to be able to seat everyone in our group. And I had spent probably the first 2 hours of barely being awake, cooking breakfast for everybody. And people were rallying around to do dishes and asking how they could help. And becoming this wonderful family together. And I couldn't help but feel like this is what I've been craving. This is what I wanted. And I built it. And as time went on, like all families, there's been disputes and sorrow and joy. And even with all of that, we've endured. My best friend passed due to a heart attack, but his widow is still part of the family. And we still get together with her every opportunity we can. And we all hang out, and we have a separate relationship from the relationship I had with my friend, with her. And with some of the others, we've been celebrating one of my friends. Her son got a scholarship for a medical degree. And we've been so proud of how well we all as a village came together to raise that kid. We've become a family of choice, and we still get together, and we still hang out, and we still do things together. And it's going to be that way probably for the rest of my life. And I know that as I'm raising my daughter with my wife, they're involved in her life just as much. Our friend Catherine isn't mom and dad's friend Catherine. It's Auntie Cat to my daughter. And when she got married, she was so thrilled because she got a new uncle. And that meant the world to her. The gift that you give, the greatest gift you give to other people, is your friendship, is being there with them. You can definitely give gifts that are physical manifestations of that. Don't give people. But you can give a physical manifestation of how you feel about somebody. But at the end of the day, your presence is just as important as presence. Being there for a friend when they need you changes the relationship from being a friend and more. And to that I say that they are family. And that friendship, that familial bond that accrues in time, that becomes solid, is something so valuable and something so important to your development in time, that it's important to look for those people. Okay? I know it fell out of, I guess I want to call it vogue, to go to events with people in person, in front of people, but it's really important as you get older, post 20s, to go to events, to spend physical time with other human beings and get to know them and introduce yourself and make friends, which can be so hard, but it's so important. Okay? Put in the effort, put in the time. Go out to events where you share a common interest, meet them, talk to them, learn what they care about, see what you have in common, suggest events that you have in common to go do together and learn about each other and grow, and see if they're capable of being the kind of person that you can become close with, that you can hang out with, that you can have fun with. And if you can do that, and if you can build those relationships, then when times come where you want family, but your regular flesh and blood family isn't available, they're going to be the next best thing. And sometimes maybe even better given your circumstances. We have a lot of people in this community who have made decisions that their family doesn't exactly approve of. And that's okay, because we're your family here in this community. I absolutely encourage everyone in the comments to reach out, to see where other people are and interact with them and become friends. Inside or outside of this channel, it doesn't matter to me. I just want to make sure you guys are taken care of. I want to make sure you guys have friends and family and acquaintances within this community that will last. That you will say something along the lines of, hey, Corion is going to Vegas and it would be really cool to meet him. I'm going to be driving up this way. Does anyone need a ride? Or let's go together. And that would be amazing. That would be a wonderful thing for me to hear, that you guys are getting along. You may have met because of me, but you're getting along because you actually genuinely care about each other. And I think that would be great. And I would love to see that from all of you. I believe you can do it. In the queer community, there's a saying that goes basically along the lines of, if your parents don't approve of your decisions in life, that's okay. I'm your parent now. Well, I'm not your mom. I'm not your dad. And I don't want to replace them. But I'll be there for you. If you message, if you join the Writer Brothers Discord, which I'm part of, and post what you want to talk about, I'll be there. I'll read it and I'll respond if I can, if it makes sense for me to be involved. Because by building that family, by building that closeness together, we make this a better world. And as they say, it takes a village to raise a child. Well, we don't have land borders on villages anymore. Your village can be a whole bunch of people that you meet on a random internet server, and maybe some of them are close enough to help you. I want to be that opportunity for you guys. And if that's what you guys want, let me know in the comments, okay? I really appreciate you guys. I think you guys are doing great as a community, and I hope you consider that the next time you watch Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special on Disney+. Okay, guys, that's what I've got to say about this one. Thank you so much. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.